everyone at GYCGirl Speaks. Let me officially introduce myself. I am Lauren Alicia. That's right, the girl behind the face, the posts, the tweets, the crazy track stories, all of that. It's me. And I'm excited to be in front of you all for 4 weeks. Let's get right into it. This week's title is, I Go Where I'm Called, Not Invited. No, I'm just kidding. But when you think about being invited somewhere, you think about the invitation. And inviting someone to some place that they are currently not a part of. And when you think about an invitation, right, there's so many different things a part of it, whether you wanted to go, excited to go, where did they get my address, oh my gosh, let me act like I never got it, all this different stuff, all involved in that. And you think about where you're called, like, right, where you're supposed to go, where you don't need an invitation, right? You need an invitation to your mother's house or to your own housewarming, right? Any of that type of stuff. So what does that have to do with GYC Girl You Crazy? You know, we talk about dreams and your journey and the process and all of that. What does that have to do with anything? So here's the punch quote. I go where I'm called. My dreams remove the need for an invitation. Write it down. So when you think about your dreams, not even think about, when you recognize your dreams, you began to open your eyes up to more, to, you know, taking the steps, you know, don't take the elevator, take the steps, all these different things. And you really realize the more I recognize my dreams, the more I know more about myself. And then, you know, and I can go different places that I wouldn't have thought I could go, all this different stuff. And when I think about this quote, I remember my sophomore year in college, a friend of mine gave me a ticket to Fashion Week show there, which meant that I had to use her ticket, know her name, know how to spell it, and say it as if it's my own, right? And from there, I got there, they let me go in and stand, and I stood in the line, and a girl asked me, you know, hey, do you work at Vibe magazine? And I said to myself, no. And I told her as well, no, I did not, you know, front, fake, none of that. But thought to myself, oh my gosh, I don't work anywhere. So to ask me about anything on that level, oh my gosh, let's do this. So so I'm just like, all right, I'm not sure if I want to make friends yet. And we stand in the line. Once we get in there, they tell us the people standing can have a seat if they wanted to. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm in here, I'm not gonna be picky, you know, I'll just stand. And the girl says to me, let's sit down, because I guess at this point now she realizes I've never been to Fashion Week, I'm scared, you know, what is going on? And she says, let's sit down. So we sit down, and she starts talking to me, and she says, you know, well, you know, the different ways to get into Fashion Week. At this time, this is in Bryant Park, you know, different ways to get in Fashion Week and all this different stuff. And she says, well, you know, one of the things you can say is, you know, you're a student at Parsons. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And she said, well, what school do you go to? And I say, Parsons. And and we bust out laughing. And from there, you know, I have a magical moment. You know, she took me under her wing and we went for it. After the show was over, she said, you want to go backstage? I thought to myself, okay, first I was, you know, using my friend's name, now I'm standing, now I'm sitting, now we're gonna go backstage. And she's like, yeah, let's go backstage. You know, we're already here, you can go backstage. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, you know, kid in the candy store, don't know how much I can afford, all of that. So we go backstage, people, you know, the designers are back there, some of the celebrities, they're all smiling, they don't know who to be, you know, the face to, whatever, all of that. And they're just really going for it. And after that, she says to me, do you want to go to another show? I thought, you know, well, do you have tickets? And she's like, no, we're already back here. Let's go to another show. And so I'm just like, well, all right, you know, let's just go for it. And she says, all right, so we're gonna wait in this, we're gonna go in this line, and we'll see what we get. You know, right now I'm just like, you know what, I was able to sit down one time, my heels don't hurt that bad, let's go. And we go into the show, and what she says is, we go into the show, we find seats, and what she says is, let's find better seats. Now I'm thinking to myself, we're just being greedy, you know, like we have seats now. We're in a big tent show. We have seats. Let's just sit here. We don't you know, need to, let's just, just sit here or whatever. And she gets up and she goes over across the runway, and she said, and she finds 2 seats in 2nd row, and says, come over here. I'm thinking to myself, we already have the seats. We don't really have to, go over there. And another thing I'm thinking to myself is, I don't know how she got over there, but I know for me to get over there, since I didn't watch her, I'm gonna have to walk the runway. And I was dressed to, do it, but I mean, I wasn't sure if I was up for the challenge. But you know what? She said, come on over here. Here are these two 2nd row seats. You've never been here. Let's make your first time the best time, right? And so we go over there, and I sit down, and I had to walk that runway. People were looking at me, and I was just like, you know what? Let's do this. I belong to be here. Because what I realized with my dreams was, I want to be in Fashion Week, one day. And to act as though I don't belong here right now does nothing to, my confidence to actually pursue that when it is the right time to do that. And so from there, I really realized, you know what, my dreams made room, that I didn't need an invitation to be here. She didn't have an invite to any of the shows she went to, neither did I. The one that my friend gave me to was her invitation. And you just begin to realize, you know what, you go where you're called. You go where you are supposed to go. Not, invitation. You wait around for invitation all you want to, and you'll miss out on so many different things that you're supposed to be a part of, and, and just really be excited about. And so from there, we went backstage to that show, and the designers and all that, and they were all smiling, and we lingered back there to that one for a while because it was just really exciting. But we went back there, had a good time, exchanged phone numbers, and I did a couple more visits to shows that I wasn't invited to, but who cares, that's where I was called to be at that time, and to open up my eyes to realize that I really want to be in Fashion Week and stuff like that. So whether you want to be a scientist or, whatever it is, you don't wait to go to the summer camp, to the conference, all different stuff. Your name is on the list, whether it's, somebody else's name or, whatever. They will find you a seat when you know that you're supposed to be there versus an invitation. So thank you so much for listening to this week's post. I go where I'm called, not invited. Hope to see you next week. Facebook, like us there. Tomorrow, Talk About It Tuesday. This is the first time doing it. Questions for answers. Like us and, answer the questions. Put whatever you want there. Of course, be respectful because this is GYC Girl, You Crazy. And girl, I just might be crazy. Hello. So, let's just have fun. Thanks so much for watching. Girl, you crazy.